What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport. So I wanted to start this video showing you guys what the car looks like when the air suspension is going bad or the bag is leaking. As you can see, this side of the car is starting to droop. Now, I made a video a few years ago, probably 2 years ago now, replacing the passenger side. So the driver's side is now starting to sink down, and it went really well. So the part was very inexpensive. It was really easy to change out, and it was my first time doing it. And so I decided I'd make like an update video for you guys because that one is holding up perfectly. And I went on Amazon and ordered a brand new part for $35 because I know a lot of you guys said it wasn't available anymore or it shot way up in price. And all I did was search for her year car and found the style that she needed. So make sure you take the part out first, check it before ordering, or at least make sure it's gonna fit your car because I ironically ordered this about a year ago because I was going to change out her other side just to be safe. And I went to put it in the other day and it was the wrong one. You can see it's completely different. And so I had to quickly go online and order this one. I'm going to show you guys what her airbag looks like, the one that we're going to be swapping out, because it is very, very dry rotted, and that is why it's leaking. Now, fortunately, she can start this car right now. It'll raise up and she'll drive perfectly fine, but we do not want her to get stuck anywhere. We don't want to stress the pump out from constantly having to fill. So we're going to go ahead and take care of this. I'm going to show you it's a very, very easy job. If you're going to have a shop do this, which I suggest doing unless you're very handy, make sure you don't get overcharged because this takes me about 45 minutes to do. I don't even have a lift to put it on. We're gonna do it with just standard tools, just a couple sockets. You take your wheel off, one wrench to take the hose line off, and we'll pop the new one in and we'll be good to go. So let me get set up and I'm gonna show you guys the process. All right, guys, so we are back at the shop and let's talk about what you need to do this job. It's very minimal stuff. So I used a 17 mil socket and breaker bar to take off my lug nuts. That is the stock size. And then you use an 8 millimeter and 10 millimeter. I prefer a socket wrench. You can get up in there real easily. I'll show you what that's gonna be for. And then an open end 10 millimeter to take off our line. So let's step over to the car. I've got the wheel off. First thing you wanna do is make sure the part that you're going to have is the right part. So I would do this before ordering anything just to make sure you're ordering in the right one, as I showed you guys earlier. Then we're going to step to the back. In the first video I made, we took this whole panel off here. Not a bad idea, but you can get away with just pulling this down, and that's what I did the other day when I was trying to do this. You take off these two 8 millimeters here, and then up under here there's going to be a 10 millimeter nut there, a 10 millimeter nut there, and then up in there two more 10 millimeter nuts. This is going to fall down and we're going to have our pump assembly here. Let me go ahead and get these off and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So this is going to be the pump, and then kind of like a manifold here where our hose lines go into. Blue is going to be your right side. In America, that's going to be your passenger side, which we changed out last time. And the red is going to be our driver's side, which is your left side. So I'm going to grab that 10 millimeter and we're going to undo the red line there. And what that's going to do is release the air from the airbag so then we can take it out. And I'll show you guys how that comes out because it's very easy. So let's go ahead and undo that line and we'll hear the air come out, and then we'll go over to the other side and look at the airbag. All right, so as you guys saw, I didn't pull the hose line out. I just loosened it up and let it just go. So this is about 10 minutes, and you can squeeze this and you can see most of the air's out. So what I'm gonna do now is try to squeeze the rest of this air out by hand, and then we're gonna turn it clockwise and it's gonna come down, and then we're gonna pry this bottom part off, because what this bottom part does is, if you look here, it kind of snaps in like that. You can take a flathead screwdriver up underneath here and it comes up pretty easily. And now that there's no air in it, there's no pressure on it. So we'll be able to squeeze the rest of this out, turn this and pry that up, and it will come down. And then I'll show you guys how you get the hose line off. Okay, so you can see how this goes in. I'll show you guys up underneath there. It's literally got some notches that are cut out. This will slide up, and then when you turn it back counterclockwise, it'll lock itself in position. And then all we got to do is press in that bottom part, and when it airs up, it'll kind of seal itself down. So what we got to do here, this is the kind of unique part, is I believe they want you to cut your line here, slide it out through here, because on the new one, if you look, they give you a new hose line piece here. I'm not going to do that. I know I don't have any leaks in my hose line. Of course, that could be an issue, and that could be an issue, that reason why your airbag is actually going down versus a blown airbag. But I've already confirmed that my airbag has cracks in it and it is leaking from the airbag. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull that one out. I'm going to undo the hose line, and I'm going to cut a slit right here, because you can see the new one, they want you to slide the hose line in. Just so I don't have to cut the hose line, we're going to use that same adapter that's already on there and the same hose. We're not going to do anything to it. So let's go ahead and get that out. There's also a little plastic piece that drops on here, so we want to make sure we do move that over as well. All right, so let's go ahead and undo the hose line and pull our old one over here, and we'll switch everything over. Well, I don't think it'll raise when it's up in the air, so I went ahead and brought the car back down. Let me go ahead and start it now, and you guys should be able to see this thing go up. And a success. So guys, honestly, 45 minutes to an hour, simple tools, $35 for the bag, and I'm guessing BMW would charge an arm and a leg to do this. So don't let them take advantage of you. If you don't have the tools or the space to do it, to like an independent shop, tell them you know how easy the job is. This way you don't get taken advantage of, and they shouldn't charge you more than an hour's labor to put this in. So once again, guys, my name's Pete. This is Pete's Carport. We've got both of these airbags now fixed for under $100 in less than 2 hours. You guys have an awesome day, a blessed week, and I'll catch you on the next video.